Okay, so the transcoding is just about complete. And now that it's done, we end up with a bin that has a bunch of clips that are transcoded. And if we drag the bin out, we can see that we have clips at a 15:1 resolution, and then we have our linked clips that are at varying things, either an H.264 compression or a DV50 compression. The 15:1 clips are the clips we're going to be editing with. But the link clips are if we want when we decide we want to do a finish on our show and online the show, we would relink or reconform back to these original clips. So we need to keep those for safekeeping. They're currently in the day 4 raw bin, and that's where they're going to stay. We're going to create a new bin to put these transcoded clips in it. We're going to put it in a bin to sync. We are going to sync these clips because right now they're all just clips with no audio. So we're going to select all of those clips that are not linked clips, but transcoded Avid Media files. And I'm just going to simply move those into that to sync bin. And then I'm going to close the day 4 raw bin so that I don't accidentally do anything to it. And now I have this bin of clips ready to sync. Next thing I need to do is go get my audio. So I'm going to create a new bin called day 4 audio, day 4 audio. And I'm going to import the audio into this bin. I'm going to right click, and it's a little different on this version of software, but I'm going to import the media and navigate to where that media is. Not in there. It is in here. In the video clips for multicam, day 4 sound files. I'll select all of those sound files. And when it asks for a time code, it wants to know what is our frame rate. We'll tell it it's 2997 drop frame. And OK to all, because that's what the recording speed of all of these clips were. So now we have to sync everything that we've been dealing with in here, and we have the day 4 audio, everything that we've been dealing with in here. I am going to take all of these audio files, and I want to put them inside this bin here so that all of the clips I'm dealing with are inside the same bin. This is all the day 4 clips. This is the day 4 video files. These are the day 4 audio files. If I just drag them in, I'll end up making this bin empty. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep a backup copy just in case something were to happen. So I'm going to just put those back. And instead of just copying them, I'm going to, on a Mac, Option drag, or on a PC, Alt drag. I'm holding the Alt key down. And then I'm going to drag those clips into this bin, and it makes a twin, one in each of the two bins. They're exactly the same clips. They reference the exact same media files, but I now have a backup copy of the clips. And I'm going to close the day 4 audio bin for safekeeping. Now I've got some backups. I can always go back to my raw bin and create new transcoded video clips. And I've got my day 4 audio files that I can also get at again if I need to. Saving. What I also want to do is I want to make sure that I have a backup copy of everything that I am going to sync. So I want a second copy of everything that's in this bin. I'll create another bin, and I'm going to call this one day 4 all clips. Day 4 all clips. This becomes a backup. If I select everything in the bin, and again holding the Option key or the Alt key down, and I'll drag it over into the all clips bin. Now I have a duplicate. I have two bins that contain the same thing. I'm going to close that. If I accidentally delete something in here, or if something goes completely wrong, I have a backup. And that's kind of the important part here. So now I want to manage these things, all of these clips. I need to sync them. And to do that, we will begin by identifying our clips. Now, what I've done is I've gone and I have done a lot of the hard work for you. I've given all of these clips a scene number and a camera identifier and a sound file so that you'll know what's what. So we have the very bottom here, scene 103A. That would be camera, or scene 103A camera. If you look up in here, there's scene 103B. So that's scene 103B camera. And then up here we have scene 103 sound files. For ease, we can sort this column alphabetically so that all of the 101s will be grouped together, 102s will be grouped together. If you right-click at the top of the column and then sort on the column ascending, you can see that it's now sorted the column, so all the 101s are together, the 102s, the 103s, and so on. Another thing is we want to be able to look at something that'll give us an indication to make sure that that the clips we are putting together as groups, that they are probably the same thing, that they do belong together. And we can make educated guesses based on the duration of the